Hello and welcome back. Design number 20 for our 2025 blanket. With this design, we kind of using technique we used with design number 13. We want to carry yarn over, but a little bit differently. So let's start with contrasting color yarn. In this case, I'm using my purple to show you two different designs using the same color yarn. Once you make two clusters, you will change yarn color and you make additional two clusters in the first round with your main color yarn. So right now I'm changing, adding my color. I do not tie those yarns together. I just work them, and then at the end, when I want to cut them, I just make a knot. So let's continue. We have one cluster, we need one more. And again, I'm working around all this yarn. I have those yarn tails. I'm changing yarn color in this case because I'm starting my next round with contrasting color yarn. Okay, let's just make a knot and cut. Okay, clean. So round number 2. We start with contrasting color yarn, and we do not carry the main color yarn. So this, so far, it's simple. You're making half of your square in one color, and then you pick up in the next corner your main color yarn. And here I want to show you something. Just go under that color change with your contrasting color yarn. Now we will change yarn color, but we are doing different way. So we want to be sure that the yarn is long enough to go around your square, just like that. You have enough yarn. Now you leave the contrasting color yarn and you work on the main color yarn, working those stitches around that carry over yarn. And that's exactly what we did with the design number 13. And now I want to show you one more thing. If you have your carry over yarn a little bit too loose, what you can do is to pick up that yarn, but do not pick up right away when you place your hook. Don't do that. You pick up like this. Okay, so now we are changing again, and we're doing the same thing all around, making sure I have enough yarn. It's better to have a little bit more yarn than too little. We don't want this square to be pulled in any direction. And round number 2 is done. So that's how we will be working, but not in every round. So let's start again with contrasting color yarn. Chain 3 and 1 cluster. In this round, we actually carry our main color yarn. So we are making only 1 cluster on each side of our contrasting color yarn. So that's why this one is a little tricky, but with practice, I'm sure you can manage. It's actually a little bit easier than design number 13, where you have to always carry over yarn the way that we did in round number 1 and 2. Okay, we have enough yarn, so I do not need to pick up that last stitch, so I just work around and making sure, see, this one is fine, I would just leave it alone, and I just make my last cluster, and this time I'm making sure I'm again under that main color yarn to make it nice and pretty. Chain 2, and now I can work just my main color yarn. That means going forward, on one side we just have one color, on the other side we are making the design. So because I'm working with one color yarn, I speed up this process. I wish I'm that fast when I'm crocheting, but unfortunately I'm not. Okay, important things. We are making stitches around that carry over yarn before we change yarn color again. And as you see, it's getting longer and longer. Make sure you have enough yarn to work around those two sides. It's really so much easier if you have a little bit longer than too short. Okay, so this is our last design round. We start with cluster of contrasting color yarn, and this time we are changing yarn color and we're making 2 clusters with main color yarn. So this first cluster is easy, there is nothing to worry about. The second one, you always have to go in between those 2 lines. You want to go under your main color yarn to pick up that yarn to hide it. Now the corner we're making just contrasting color yarn, so that's easy. And on the other side we do the same thing. We will do 2 clusters with and don't worry about this one, we will hide that in the next round. So we're making 2 clusters with main color yarn, and again the first one is easy. The second one, you have to make sure you place your hook under that carry over yarn to hide it, just like this, under and done. So let me know if you have any problems, challenges working this square. I know it's a little bit tricky, so make sure double check your yarn tension. If the square is still square, the yarn doesn't pull anywhere. And now what we will do, I need 1 more cluster only with contrasting color yarn. And I no longer need this yarn, so I can change and cut. Because going forward, I will be only working main color yarn. So it's super simple design when you're thinking how many rounds you're making, but I know for beginners it might be a little bit tricky. So let's make now 1 color yarn, and again I will speed up this process to get to the other end. Make sure to pick up that yarn. Every time when you see something like that, make sure your hook go under to pull that yarn up. Okay, this is our design. So what I want to tell you now is this. In this project, we are working the 4 row or 4 rounds designs, and we adding 1 border. So I chose to use main color yarn for this border only because the design is touching my last round. So I create kind of direction for myself to follow. So in this round, this is our final round. What you just have to pay attention is to making sure you pick up all yarn that can be close, be less visible on the right side, like this one. And you always place your hook under that yarn and you pull it up. Then you can hide like a little bit to the back, and really stays there. Once you're done with your project, will stay there even after washing. All right, so what do you think about this one? This is design 20, so we have only 5 more to go. And I will be connecting my blanket soon. I still have to debate how I want to arrange my squares. I hope you enjoyed this project. Have a great night or day. Happy crafting, and I hope I see you next time.